What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to show you guys how to replicate any graphic design concept, like any design concept in PixelLab. Alright, so if you see a design and you like it, you want to replicate a concept, we're going to learn how to do that today. So I did this design for one of my free training on smartphone graphics. So one of my students from South Africa, Naomi, shout out to Naomi, she asked me to do a tutorial how I did it. She loved the design. So it's a very simple design. We're just going to get through it, and I'm going to show you how I did it. But I'm going to upload this design to my software and replicate it so you can see how I'm going to extract the colors. That way, if you have any design that you want to use PixelLab to replicate, you can easily know how to extract the colors. If you have issues creating colors on your own. Guys, let's get started. So I'm going to be using my PixelLab Pro. It's really not different with the original PixelLab. So let's get to it. Now the image size for this design is just the normal PixelLab, the default size for PixelLab. Okay, just aspect ratio 1:1, height and width the same. So it's just a square design that I did. All right, so let's get started. We'll start with the background. We'll start by importing the design. So I'm going to replicate it. So we're going to be taking our colors and everything from the design. So this is the design. Just upload it and you can make it small and lock it somewhere if you want. All right, so let's start with our background. Start by editing our background. So I'll go to my background, click on colors, and then I'm going to click on the plus sign here so that I can extract the color from the design that I uploaded. So I click the design and I touch my background, any part of the design, my background. So the color is going to appear here, and then I'll click on OK. And then I click on OK, and that's it. So I'm going to be doing this over and over, so I won't be pointing all these things. All right, now I've extracted the background color from the design, put it on my software. So let's start working. So we're going to be using the font Montserrat. So I'm going to write free. You can even make it large so you can be seeing if you are replicating your own concept. So first let's replicate this. We're going to write free, insert, and we're going to select a good font. The font I use in the design actually is Montserrat Black. Okay, Montserrat is a family font. Montserrat Black, free. All right, so I'll place it properly, and then the color for this text is black. Right, so I'll take it up, and then there's a slight rotation in the design. If you look at it here, it's a rotation, so I'm going to rotate this. The rotation is actually -6. Go to rotate, -6. All right, that's it right there. Okay, and then you can work on your positions properly. All right, so let's go to the next part. I'm going to copy this, bring it down, and I'll apply a background to it. Sorry, the second text that I copied. Go to background, highlight the second text, go to background, or you can write it from the beginning if you wish. It's just that it's the same font, so go to background, activate. Now the background color, we're going to extract it from the design itself. Click on the bulb, click on the design, and this is the first background color. We want to write smartphone, so we're going to take this color here. So I'll touch it, appears up here, and then I insert it. All right, and then the text color is actually white. Go to color and give it's the same color as the background. All right, now you edit the text to smartphone. Edit the text completely to smartphone. So right, and then the size of this should be 54, guys. The size of this should be 54. So just reduce 1, go to the first one, reduce by 1 as well. So all our heading is going to have this. Then let's position this my right. I think that's much okay. Now I'm going to copy this smartphone, copy, I'll edit it, graphic design. The color of the text is also white, but the background is not white, it's black. All right, but we're gonna extract it. It's not really black though. We're gonna extract it. Sorry. All right. Now go to background. Your text is highlighted. This is what I'm working with. So go to background, plus sign, go to the bulb, and you take the color from here. All right. So that's it. It's black, but not really pure black. So right, that's the issue with this one. Balance it up. Something like that. All right. The next thing is Mbekam 15.0. So this one is actually following the design. This one is supposed to be under. So I'm going to change it here. All right. Okay. I'm going to copy this free, edit it, Mbekam 15.0, and then the color for this is, we've extracted it from the design before, so this is it here. All right, so the last thing, learn how to become a professional graphic designer with your smartphone. All right, let's type it real quick. I wish I had copied this. Learn how to become a professional graphic designer with your smartphone. Everything in caps. Bring it down. Reduce the size. And apply the same rotation to this. We're going to apply the same rotation to this, which is still -6. All right, based on my design. Design will replicate in -6. All right, reduce the size again. Okay, that is it. We've got the size to 20. All right, now the next thing is the rectangle. We're going to insert this, and then we're going to give it a color. You can give your color at once if you wish. The color is here, taken from the design. You can also take it if you want to. You can go to the design and you highlight the color from there, and then you insert it. All right, and then you put it here. All right, so this rectangle height is going to be relative. The width is 37, just like that. Perfect. 37, and the height is 35. Let's put it like that. Okay. All right, and then the next thing we need to do is to bring in another rectangle in black. So let's give it a black color at once. We'll bring in the next one, which is going to be this, to write our course outline. Need to shift this one down a little. All right, so we're going to write here course outline. Course outline. We're going to use the same fonts. Give it the color white. same color as the background. Now we'll reduce it to fit here. There you go. All right, now you just have to do mostly your adjustment to make sure this fits properly. All right, cost outline. Okay, now the next thing we have to do now is to bring our information, the cost outline itself. So I'm going to save this as a project because I don't want to type that. I'm going to copy it. I'm just going to write GGGGG. No, I have that. Oh god, I'm going to write tutorial as my project saved. So I want to go to the design and just copy that information from there, so I can come and paste it with no stress. Oh god. All right, select all, copy. Let's get back to our work. All right, so we're going to paste it here, and the size for this body text is going to be 20, about 23. Just reduce it to fit in the rectangle, just the target. Okay, something like that. Give it a white color. Perfect. So there you go. There you go. Right now at this spot we have to add do some little tricks there. We'll add a square, make it black, put it, reduce the size to make this little trick here, and you can rotate it a little. Yeah, now take it to the spot, show you guys how this trick's been done. Reduce it again. All right, and then you take it to the back of the red like that. So let's adjust it so it's going to fit properly. You do it, you check. Not right, almost, but not there yet. Not there really. So we have to show that place blending. Perfect, so that's it. So we're going to copy this so we can do the other side with like no stress. Just apply everything here. Take it down, and then you take it behind. So that's how that trick was done. It's a pretty simple trick. All right, so we have it all covered now. All right, so we're done with that. Now the next part is info. We have to, when you're doing what you're doing, please do try to make sure you have a good alignment here. I'm not really going to adjust all of this because it's going to make this video longer. I'm just going to, let me just spin this here and walk like that. All right, next thing we have is info button. So you show the radius, reduce the button. So that is it. Apply the button, give it a color, give the shape a color. It's black. It has a shadow. Blur the shadow. And then you go, when you type, you can copy any of this info, type that, give it the right color. So basically there's no, I didn't use a lot of fonts here. And you reduce this so it fits in your button. Alright, the next thing we have the date, the time, and the rest. Alright, so let's push this up a little bit. Alright, now we have the date, the time, the venue. So we're going to use the same font as well, so I'll copy one of that. So we have date, all in caps, time, venue, everything in caps. Alright, so I'm going to put in this and this. And the color for this text is black. You look at the design. So I must not really write the date here. I mustn't really write the date. So you can put the rest of the information yourself. So I'm just showing how the concept was done. Okay, and then when you look on the picture design on top here, we have little trick that we did by using a rectangle. So I'm going to take a rectangle and give it the right color, which is this, and then I'm going to put it on top of it up here. You can enlarge it to be the way you want, but we have to put it some up here. It's part of the design. You copy it and you do the same below. It's part of the concept. You control it with your buttons. It's disturbing you. It's just very small, not much. Right. There you go. All right. So basically we've done almost like these are the main things on this design. All right. So the main thing now is how the guy and how I put the design on the phone. All right. So for us to do that, what we have here is a circle. So I'm going to import that circle real quick. Change my shape to a circle. Give it a color. So we have a circle here. Let me take off this grid. We have a circle here. All right, and then now the design that I imported, I want to lock it up so it won't occupy space on my screen anymore. Okay, now let's import the person from phone. The person holding the phone. Let me go to my album and get the person. So remember all these things, the background will be removed already. So this is the person, this is the person we're going to be using. So I imported this and I placed it somewhere around here. Okay, so that's it. All right, now my icons are below here. Here I have my icons and all that. so I'll just do that as fast as I can. All right, you guys just watch me put. So here we have I'm going to do these other parts of the design really quick. Here my icons, and then the little write up over here. I'm going to do it very fast, then I will come back and explain how to put the design in the phone. So let's do it. Alright guys, so I'm done with the icons now. Now my name below, I'm going to color it. I just put it. So the icon process is just a repetitive thing. Import, change the colors, and reduce the size to 3%. It depends on your design though. Alright, so I'm just going to color my name down here. One part of it has the same color of the icons. Alright, so there we go. So as for the date and time, I'm not going to do that. All right, and then the next part is all right, there we go. Now let me continue with the rest of the details. There's a plus sign here that you can add. It's just a text. Just go a text, you write a plus sign, you use the right font, the Monster right font. Okay, you just need to go and use the same font that I used throughout the design. You add the plus sign, then you move it to the right spot. There you go. There's a text over here. I'm just going to copy this text from the same project. So I'm going to save changes here. So I'm just going to go to the other project and copy the text. I don't want us to type it all through. It's going to bring issues. It's going to make this video way too longer than it is. So this is the text. I'm just going to copy it from here. All right, there you go. And I'm going to actually give this an alignment like that, center alignment. All right, and then give the text color. One part of it is black. Below, we're going to give it black, and above takes the color of the shape. All right, so I'm going to extend this. That's it. And then somewhere around here we have like the greater than sign, so you can just copy the same. You can copy the plus sign to maintain the size and the text, and then you go to your phone and you add the sign yourself. 3 of them, and then you're good to go. And then you have it here. That's the spot. All right, so the main trick that I intend to show here, let me add this. The size for this is 20. We'll have to add the 5 days free training, so you reduce this to 20. Right, and then you change the text to 5 days. All in caps. Press the T above, right, and then bring it down. This is actually in the middle of the design. You can copy this and edit it. Free training. Bring it down, make it to be centralized, and then you give the background, you change the background color to black. There you go. All right, change the background color. The end of the design. All right, so that is it. All right, so the main trick here, I won't put everything on the design. My logo is here. You can put your logo there, and then there's a little trick here. This is I think the last thing I'll do, and I'll show how to import the phone, the design in the phone. So to do this dot over here, you just have to write periods. I used periods actually. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So I did this like 10 times. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so there we go. So we can do that, and then you bring it here. You're going to add the size, then you go to your spacing buttons. Okay, you reduce the spacing to make it something like that, so you can put it somewhere around here. Increase the spacing a little bit, please. Go back to that spacing button, make it white. Line spacing, reduce the line spacing, and this design is somewhere around here. Now reduce the size of the entire thing. Why is it flying? All right, go to line spacing, reduce the line spacing like that. All right, now let's reduce the design, the size of the elements. Okay, now you'll be playing with your line spacing and this thing a lot. You're playing with your line spacing here. So whatever you this is how you're going to manipulate this until it fits. Okay, all right, there you go. So I'm going to reduce the size just a little bit more. All right, that is it. So something similar to that, right? And then you place it here. Now you reduce the opacity of this a little bit, like that. All right, so there's another one here. You can just copy this one and you rotate it and put it here. All right, now let's get to the main challenge most people have. I'm not going to put my logo, you're going to put it yourself. The main challenge most people have is to put a design in a phone like this, the little trick. So what you want to do is you save this design as it is already. So I'm going to save this. Now I'm not going to go to my gallery, I'm just go to import and I pick it up. Now you see this is the design. I've imported it. Now I'll keep this aside. I can't even delete it. Now first of all, insert a shape. Before I insert the rectangle or square, I will play with the radius. I hope you're seeing what's happening to the edges when I'm doing that. Okay, so you play with the radius, smoothen it so you can have at least it should be like as curved as the screen of the phone. All right, and you insert it. Now you go to texture, click on texture, select the design you want to add up. You take this design and you click OK. Now it's going to be on the shape. All right, so what you're going to do now is to make it fit here. That is now your job. So we're going to be using our zoom button. Zoom it up, zoom it up. A lot of people don't even know how to use this zoom button in PixelLab. It's very easy. Now go to your texture and then you click on enable maintain ratio. You enable that. You zoom it up this design and you make it fit on the screen. That is handled. Just try to make it as perfect as you can. That is handled. So, and then you zoom out. So that's how you can put it on a phone like that. If it's a phone that is slanted, you're going to use something like the perspective tool. Now you see that on this one I put on the phone, you can see the phone is blank. So what I did is I repeated this process. So I'm going to highlight this shape and I will change the texture and I'll put this other design like this. All right, so this one I've repeated it because I don't want to do it over and over, so that the blank phone will not show, and I'm going to maintain ratio, and that is it. So that's how I did the design. I'm hoping Naomi will enjoy this tutorial. All right, so my logo is here, date and time information here, blah blah blah. The rest of the things you can add it yourself. All right, so thanks for watching. If you have issues replicating designs with PixelLab, I just want you to know it's easy. You just need to practice. It's really easy. So we've just created this design right now. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're interested in learning graphic design, if you've not been one of my students, there will be a link in the description. Just click on it and get to me and we'll have a chat. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you in my next video.